All right. Today we got Coffeezilla, the crypto exposer. Losing money doesn't cost you anything. Let's watch this together. What's he yapping about this time? I'm kidding. Love this guy, but let's see what he's talking about.
Right now, people are worried. The stock market's crashing. The crypto markets are crashing. There's a lot of YouTubers making thumbnails like, it's over. It's already ended. The recession's here. Oh, wait, that last one wasn't a YouTuber. It's BlackRock's Larry Fink. But I do have to say, there's a different way to look at this that I wish more people would embrace. This is brought to you, by the thought leader Benny Johnson on X.
Losing money costs you nothing.
There it is.
This is just the reality of life. Like, were you young and dumb? How much money did you lose? Everyone loses money. Everyone loses money. It costs you nothing. In fact, it builds quite a bit of character.
What an amazing way to look at this. Don't worry about losing money. It's actually building your character, and it does.
Does that even make sense? Losing money costs you nothing. It costs you money. Maybe I'm not looking at it from like his perspective, but that don't make no sense to me.
Doesn't cost you anything, except for the money part. I guess it does cost
there
that.
you go.
Now, I was so taken aback by I've never seen anybody try something like this. So I thought, well, at least he's ideologically consistent. He probably says this every time the stock market crashes, right? Like when it crashed under Biden or Harris, that he said the same thing, right?
It's bloody Black Monday. Holy moly. The Kamala crash is here. Kamala needs to get in front of a camera today. People are losing their homes today. People are losing their fortunes today. People are losing their futures today. People are losing their 401ks today. This is shaping up to be one of the worst market days in American history.
Whoa! So I guess when the other side, they lose you money, it's terrible. People need to speak up now. When it's your guy that you shill for, all of a sudden it's, hey, this builds character. Have you really even lost money when you lost money? So it brings me to an interesting point. There's sort of two breakdowns of camps when talking about this. It's very interesting to watch. I think the very normal response is this is kind of insane and we seem to be hurtling ourselves into a recession of our own making. But there is a streak of people who are determined to flip this into like
no? Look at him. Look at him. Am I crazy? Sorry, I had to. Literally, I thought it was a picture of him for half a second.
500 IQ chess play.
Am I wrong?
You need to thank the White House for doing this. I think it's interesting to watch. And Benny Johnson is just one symptom of it. We also have this Fox News host saying something very similar.
Delivering. And you know what? I don't really care about my 401k today. You know what? Not that I can afford it. Not that it isn't important.
Well, wait, you can't. You definitely can't afford it if you're saying that. Look, I appreciate the sudden restraint on worrying about the economy, but I do feel like it's a little bit.
Man, she better chill. Some people's 401k is all they got to lean back on, man. When they get old and too old to work, that's all they got. Social Security, but 401k can help you a lot. So I don't know what she's talking about. She's yapping.
Disingenuous in the moment. You do have people who are being honest about this, people who have been supportive of tariffs, which I think is interesting to watch. We have the other Lord of Finance, the guy you should definitely listen to all the time, Jim Cramer, who says he feels like a sucker.
Over and over again, the president said, listen, it's going to be reciprocal. So you do it, we do it. And that was going to be so good. And I really believed in it. And I feel like a sucker tonight because I am not a free trader and I do not believe in free trade. And I was just as tough, if not tougher, than his people. But they screwed it up. And they really they did it a totally ill-advised way. And I was very let down as someone who really, truly believes that free trade is awful for the American working person. This is what they came up with. Geez, come on, have some gumption, have some math.
I mean,
That's right. Have some math. That's what Jim Cramer says. He's a tariff guy himself. So it's interesting to contrast him with sort of this other side of our media sphere who are kind of determined to say this is actually good for us. Just don't look at your own 401k. You didn't even lose money. We even have billionaires like Bill Ackman, who has been famously supportive of the administration, and he's complaining right now on Twitter that we're on track to eliminate capital gains in 2025. There are better approaches to reducing taxes than wiping out gains. All the while, the response from our commander-in-chief appears to be, hey, hold the line, don't panic, don't be weak, don't be stupid, don't be a panican. A new party based on weak and stupid
no
people.
Filter, bro.
Be strong, courageous, and patient, and greatness will be the result. But not everyone seems to be doing this, even people who are explicitly pro-Trump, which I think is interesting to watch. You not only have Jim Cramer, you also have Dave Portnoy. He says this.
Don't look at your 401k. Since when do people care about the stock market? That's bullshit. I would rather people on the right who support Trump, no matter what he does, what he says. Like, when you say stuff like that, to me, it's like, well, Trump could cut someone's head off. You're like, well, did he really? Like, let's go spade a spade.
Did he really?
Everybody has the right to panic and party and be worried about the stock market, their 401k, their portfolio. Don't suddenly be like, oh, don't look at your portfolio. Don't worry about it. Bullshit. Everybody looks at their portfolio. Everyone looks at their stock market. Everybody looks at how much money's in the bank.
He's got a point. Me and Dave haven't always seen eye to eye during his crypto meme coin phase. Not a fan. But he's right about that, which is that, look, this guy has not been quiet about his support of Trump specifically, but he's panicking like everybody else. But I think the bigger question is, are we just panicans when we do it for one side of the aisle, right? We all screamed when the market crashed under the other guy. We're not suddenly allowed not to scream when the other side goes. That's just what I find so weird about this thing going around. People telling you, don't care when your money's, getting affected. Don't care when your financial system is hurt. Don't worry when you've lost your job. And it's like, no, it mattered under the last guy, and it matters under you too. In fact, I'll leave you with this comment on Trump's post on X. He says, I am behind you. This is a guy who supports Trump. Even though I lost my job supporting you, not sure what my future will bring me, but at 58, it's a hard start over. Most employers pass on people my age unless it's minimum wage, which I just can't do. And to that, I have to say, is this part of the plan? Is this part of the have we thanked you yet? Like, is that still where we're at? So yeah, that's basically it. I'll see you in the next one.
I'm lucky that I am still at a ripe age to bust my butt, because I got bills, man. We all got bills. And if I lose my job, I'm screwed, bro. Screwed. I can't survive off no money. Makes the world go round, But, I don't dip into the politics, so I don't know. I got no comment. Good video, though.